what did you like and what didn't you like?
As far as
in the game, of course.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, winning a game like that against a really good team, it's a good sign because I think we did a lot of good things offensively. Finally saw the ball go in from the three-point line. We got those threes up. Vast majority were quality threes, which is important. And defensively, we did some good things. You know, able to defend without fouling. You know, going in, they were going to make some threes. 14 of 40. Could have been much worse. But for that team and the amount of shooting they can put on the floor, it's not terrible. And obviously, we want that number to come down a bit. But we were aggressive in the paint. We were able to get to the line. I think that opened up the three for us. But it was another overall team win. Obviously KP spearheaded a lot of the offense. And that's going to vary from night to night. But in general, I thought we were able to do some of the things we talked about doing defensively.
Do you get to point to games like these past two with him now and say, see, your time will come, don't worry about it?
I don't know if he'll ever be satisfied.
Did you know that Will still had that kind of bounce in him?
I knew it was in there somewhere. I would see it every now and then, but that was a good sign.
Wes, 𝗦𝗢𝗢𝗧𝗏 said after the game that we lost the game because of our defensive intensity, the lack of defensive intensity. What did you guys do to make them lose the game because of the lack of defensive intensity?
Well, they're a really good defensive team. The two areas where they struggle are in the paint and then transition. And those two areas where we actually had some success, getting out early, even off makes, and pushing it ahead, getting those easy opportunities. And then our paint offense, points in the paint all season have been relatively good. So like our two biggest strengths, I guess, tonight were their two biggest weaknesses. And that was part of it. I think some of it was the switching, the cross-matching allowed KP to get going. And, as any shooter, once you see the ball go in a little bit, now you start shooting into a big basket, and things come a tad bit easier.
Coach, you guys finished the first half on a 21-6 run over the final 6 minutes and a 12-0 run to end it. A large part of that was with the starters back on the court with that final group. What did you like and what did you see in that final 6 minutes? And then also, how much fun is it to just go into the half with that sort of energy and that sort of juice?
Well, that's a momentum stretch. To your point, at the end of the second, and actually, I think the first 4 minutes of the third, we were able to kind of, I think, push it to 15. So those type of stretches, and we talked from day one, it's important to try to win first 2 minutes and last 2 minutes of each quarter. Obviously, if you can do it in 4 and 5 minutes, great. But we played with great pace, not only in the half court, we got up and down, we got up the floor. And we initiated our offense quicker, which I thought helped. We stayed in attack mode, and I think that's a big key for our group, is when we start playing shell offense and we're just kind of playing around the horn, but stay aggressive. That's got to be a mindset of ours, and it's not aggressive as far as chasing or hunting shots, but putting as much pressure on the defense early in the clock as possible.
And then you guys also kind of withstood a lot of mini runs from the Jazz in the earlier part of the fourth quarter, especially the first half of that final quarter. They seemed to get it to 6 points and 7 points pretty frequently. What did it say about I know resiliency is something you guys have touched on a lot, but what did that show?
Yeah. It's important for us to kind of weather that storm. You got a double-digit lead in the fourth. It's not over, especially with a team that can shoot the three as well as they do. It's 2 possessions, and all of a sudden it's a ball game. So it's important that you don't have to trade 3 for 3, but you got to keep hitting singles and make sure we're getting quality looks. Make or miss, at least your floor is balanced. It gives you a chance to get back and play defense. I thought we did that. We didn't get too wild or too far ahead of ourselves. Managed the flow of the game pretty well.
Kristaps, why did you feel like your team's offense was in such a good rhythm and flow tonight?
No, I think we were better at making that extra pass, that extra play for the teammate. I think that's what it is. It's kind of starting to click a little bit. We're looking at the tape, what we're not doing and what we are doing right, and we're reinforcing the things that we're doing right. And and I think that ball movement, that little extra for your teammate, it's paying off for us. And of course, not every game is going to be great rhythm like tonight, but tonight things clicked, and we're happy with that we got the win against one of the best teams in the league.
Kristaps, their coach was saying that they lost the game because of their lack of defensive intensity. What did you guys do to make them lose the game because of the lack of defensive intensity?
I mean, he's probably right. You know, those guys, if their record is this, then they probably played with more energy some other games. I don't know, but I think, you know, most of the guys that were out there felt pretty comfortable, got in a great rhythm. Corey was perfect from the field. So Kuz had a great game. Denny was making the right reads, making the right plays. So everybody was comfortable, and of course, you know, some of it is it's us just playing the right way and having good rhythm. But you know, we want to focus on what we're doing, and tonight was a step forward for us.
KP, it's just a guess, but did you win the defensive belt tonight?
Yes, I did.
What did, how do you approach trying to defend the rim? I mean, and how have you grown in that area over your career?
Yeah, I think that's where I'm the best at, when I can be sagging off a bit more off of my guy and helping my teammates, protecting the rim, being in the paint. And yeah, you know, I just have to find the right balance when I have a guy like, for example, 𝗙𝗢𝗥𝗘, you know, he can shoot from outside, so there's situations where I have to be careful. I cannot sag off too much. So I have to find that right balance to be there for my teammates, but also make sure my guy is not wide open. So yeah, you know, the coaches are putting me in that role, and I enjoy being in that role.
What'd you think about the putback dunk you had?
The putback? It was okay. Like live it was better. Like I watched the video on Twitter, I saw it, I was like, the angle was, maybe from a different angle it looked better, honestly. So it felt better than it looked, so it was okay. I'll give us 6 out of 10.
What's the key for you guys to continue moving the ball on offense once Brad is reintegrated?
Just keep playing the same way. I think once Brad is back, it's going to be even more attention off of Kuz, off of Tay, off of everybody. So myself. So looking forward to that. I think things are clicking, and now we get Brad back. So it's gonna be we're gonna be with way more weapons, with way more force. So I think you know, I think it's gonna be interesting.
What do you think about Denny's game tonight?
Denny was really good. As I said, Denny was making the right reads, making the right plays, playing hard defense, doing everything that Denny needs to do to have a good game, and I'm happy for him. And he's important for us. You know, we need him to be at this level for us to be good, and he knows that, and he's always working. And happy for him to have a solid all-around game like tonight.
Not a question about the game, but what does it mean to you that Latvia is making it to the World Cup for the first time?
So happy, man. Oh my, it's the first time in history, you know. So the work that we did in the summer, you know, we got those 2 important wins. Now another window, and we pretty much needed 1 win to be 99% in, and things worked out for us. I don't know who had to lose, Turkey or somebody had to lose or win or whatever. All I know is we're in, and yeah, we're gonna be going to Asia next summer, and believe me, I'm excited about that.
Corey, what clicked for you tonight?
Just time, I guess. You know, giving it enough time to let my game breathe and knock the rust off, and nothing really changed as far as how I prepared or what I did or what I ate for lunch today. Like, it's just a matter of time. And I mean, that's not to say that didn't feel great. Playing that well feels awesome, and I'm glad we got a win. That's a really good team, and they're playing really, really well.
How important was it that you guys went on this streak without Beal?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, obviously everybody knows that he's our best player, and he's the head of the snake. And in order, and not only to weather the storm, but to, you know, put together a winning streak when he's out is huge. We were struggling for a little bit, and you know, playing games like that only make us better because injuries happen. And when Brad goes out, God forbid, we got to be able to play well.
The ball's been sticking a little bit less in general, it looks like, at least from our point of view. What have you guys been doing in terms of, is it just recognizing the next action quicker, or like what's going well there?
It's just a team-wide emphasis, make the next play, move it around. And when you make those kind of plays, the ball, goes in more. We, made 13 or 16 threes tonight. That's a testament to how we move the ball. When you let it breathe and share it, the ball finds the bottom of the net. So hoping for more of that moving forward, because we need to make threes at a high clip to win this league.
Corey, when the team early this season, when they were struggling to not be able to hit threes, and Wes obviously trying to instill to you guys to just keep shooting, how much pressure do you put on yourself, knowing that that's a huge part of your game and a huge addition you bring to this team?
I try not to, but it's natural, right? That's the reason why I made it to this league, and that's the reason that's my job. That's my job, to go out there and shoot. And when the shots aren't falling, it gets frustrating for sure. But nights like tonight kind of make it all worth it when everything's clicking. And we play so many games, and there's so many opportunities that you're bound to put together some hot streaks. And if you do the right thing over the course of 82 games, you're going to win a lot of them.
Monte keeps telling us that he's still figuring things out. Can you guys tell that he looks, pretty seamless, or like he's getting into his role from our perspective?
Yeah. I mean, he's just like it took me time, and it's still taking me time to get back from injury. Like, this is a brand new team for Monte, and he's an amazing player, great point guard, and he's leading our team. I mean, he's flirting with a triple-double, it feels like, every night. And whether or not he feels like he's still figuring it out or not, I mean, 5, 7, and 9 is a really, really good stat line. And he's the engine that makes our team go. And when he's at his best, we're at our best. So, give him some time, and, he's going to figure it out, just like all of us are.
Did you know that you were perfect from the field tonight?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, a miss would stand out tonight for sure.